The story begins with Justin, a journalist, and his pregnant wife Allison. They're preparing for their baby, decorating the nursery, but there's tension between them. They've suffered a miscarriage in the past, and Allison's current pregnancy is considered high risk. At their baby shower, Allison nervously jokes about Justin having to leave for jury duty, showing how stressed she is. At the courthouse, Justin arrives at the same time as Faith Killebrew, a determined prosecutor working a high-profile domestic violence murder case. Her campaign manager tells her that if she wins this case, it will help her become the next district attorney. The accused is James Scythe, a man with a criminal history. He's charged with killing his girlfriend, Kendall, after they had a drunken argument outside a bar. During jury selection, Justin tries to get out of it, explaining that his wife's pregnancy is complicated, but he's still chosen to serve as juror number 2. As the trial begins, the prosecution presents flashbacks of the night of the murder. Scythe and Kendall are shown fighting at a bar. She leaves angrily, and he eventually follows. At the same time, Justin is also shown at the bar, sitting alone. Although he has a drink, he never touches it. Later that rainy night, while driving home, Justin feels his car hit something near a wooden bridge. He checks the damage, a broken headlight, but finds nothing except a deer crossing sign. And assumes he hit a deer. In court, the prosecutor describes Kendall's body being found in a ravine. She died from being hit by a blunt object. Justin begins to fear that he might have accidentally killed her that night without knowing it. He vomits in the courthouse bathroom, blaming it on the graphic crime scene photos, but clearly, he's feeling overwhelmed. That night, he attends an Alcoholics Anonymous (AA) meeting. His sponsor, Larry, notices something is off. The next day, Justin continues to struggle with guilt. He starts to wonder if he might be the one truly responsible for Kendall's death, not Scythe. Meanwhile, Faith, the prosecutor, has drinks with Eric, the public defender. Eric admits he believes Scythe is innocent, despite his troubled past. Later, Justin opens up to Larry, revealing that he had gone to the bar that night to grieve. He and Allison had lost twins late in her pregnancy. He swears he didn't drink. But Larry, now acting as his lawyer, reminds Justin that because of his DUI driving under the influence history, even a sober accident could lead to a manslaughter charge and up to 30 years in prison. He warns Justin to stay silent to protect himself when Scythe takes the stand. He admits he and Kendall fought because he wasn't ready to move in with her, but he insists he never hurt her. He seems genuinely sorry, and Justin, seeing similarities between their lives, becomes emotional. During jury deliberations, 11 of the 12 jurors believe Scythe is guilty. Only Justin isn't sure. He tries to make them reconsider. Harold, a retired detective on the jury, begins to support Justin. He believes the investigation might have been biased and even suspects Kendall could have died from a hit and run, not an assault. Now, Justin and Harold are the only two holdouts. That weekend, Harold does his own investigating. He looks into local car repairs around the time of Kendall's death. He shares a list of cars with Justin and asks him to help eliminate suspects. When Harold points out that one of the cars matches Justin's, Justin panics. He drops the papers, and a bailiff steps in. Both are brought before the judge. Harold admits he conducted an unauthorized investigation and gets dismissed. Justin is allowed to remain. A new juror, Juror 13, replaces Harold. She listens to the hit-and-run theory. A medical student on the jury also supports it, saying Kendall's injuries seem more consistent with being hit by a car than falling or being attacked. Another juror, who had earlier seen Justin vomit, insists that Scythe must be guilty because of a gang tattoo. Justin finally shares his own story, his DUI problems, his journey through AA, and his belief in second chances. This helps sway some jurors to question their assumptions. Meanwhile, outside the courtroom, Harold gives Faith the list of suspicious cars and urges her to look into them. She later visits Justin's home, where Allison answers the door. Faith casually asks about the night Justin came home with the damaged car. Allison says he told her he hit a deer, but on a different road than the one near the bar. When Faith asks about the bar area, Allison becomes visibly upset. She realizes Justin may have lied. That night, Allison confronts Justin. He admits he went to the bar to mourn alone and didn't want to burden her with the truth. He swears he didn't drink. Justin tells Larry that the jury can't agree, they're deadlocked. Larry reminds him that if the jury doesn't reach a verdict, the case could be retried and investigated again, meaning Justin might eventually be found out. If the jury delivers a verdict, the case will be closed forever. Eventually, the jury finds Scythe guilty, and he is sentenced to life in prison. Faith sees Justin after the trial. They speak indirectly about what really happened, about a good man who hit a deer and a criminal who went to prison. Neither says it directly, but both understand the truth. Finally, Allison gives birth to a healthy baby girl. Justin tells her he's sold the car. As they hold their newborn, there's a knock at the door. It's Faith, leaving the story with an open and uncertain ending.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like for more videos like this.